Hello, everyone. Oh. For me, when I go online, I hope you're doing great. We're 9 people. Wow, okay. That's really cool. I feel like the readathon kind of dwindles out a little bit. Like we start with a lot of people in the readathon, and then the end, live stream, and then the end live stream, it's always less people. But I'm so happy that people are still excited. Thank you, Chloe, for waking up for me. I appreciate it. I was gonna do an all red outfit today, but I'm obsessed with this shirt. It's like my favorite shirt ever, and it's like a grandpa shirt. I don't know what's happening with me. Pretty much a middle-aged man. What we're gonna talk about today? Okay, I have a plan as always. I am a planner. Oh, thank you everyone for making it until the end of the readathon and that you all participated this week. I have enjoyed like chatting with you, reading with you, watching all your Instagram challenges, the game nights. It's all been like really fun for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I am going to talk about some random books like I usually do. Why I do this? Because like, why not? I'm first going to mention a bunch of books that are technically red. Some of them are leaning a little bit towards brown. These are loads of books that I didn't get to this week. And this one, On Earth Will Be Really Gorgeous, Blood Beneath the Skin, and Flamecaster, and A Gathering of Ghosts. These four I could have read, but I think I will wait. The other ones are series that I haven't got to yet. But I thought I'd just mention, try to use all the red books I have, give them all equal recognition. And with that, I want to mention some red books that I haven't been recommending on Instagram because I didn't like love them, but I still feel like other people love them, and I would love to, chat about some of the books that a lot of people do love. I just didn't like them, and they are red. So I got my pile over here. Here we go. This is Lord of the Flies, The Last Wish, Coraline, Beyonders, the first one, Carrie, Children of Blood and Bone, The Martian, and Horror Stories by Ines Bitt. So I didn't hate any of these, but I wasn't like love, do recommend any of these. But they're all like very loved books. So if you still haven't quenched your thirst for red books, here are some other ones that I recommend you check out. So those were all the very non-important book stuff that we usually mention. I like literally sat down and tried to come up with topics to talk about half an hour ago. I was not prepared. I'm like a planner, but sometimes it just passes over my head. Whew, that was it. That was going to take 10 minutes, but we're 3 minutes in. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, god damn it. Are we going to talk about the next round color? Thank you, Moonbook, for asking. Next time, me and Jazz are hosting it like 50-50. We're both being co-hosts or double hosts, doing it together. So obviously, I need to talk to her. We're going to have a little video chat, just me and her, and we're going to talk about what's going to happen for the next readathon. For those of you who don't know, because why would you know, I haven't talked about it, I am moving to Israel for 5 months in September, where I'm going to be dancing basically the entire day. When I say entire day, I really mean from like 8 to 8 o'clock. So I have no idea how much reading I'll be doing and how I will be able to do this readathon, but it's gonna happen. I'm gonna find a way, and it's gonna be easier because we're gonna be 2. And I do realize maybe that I know that people are like, this readathon is very made for people that are Europe, and that way it would be this way for you, the US direction on the map, even though that doesn't really make any sense because like whatever. But if me and Jazz host together, she can do some like live stream, read us some long stuff for people who live in like Asian countries and Russia and that way. Or this way, whatever. So maybe it's going to be more inclusive next time, but I'm super happy that so many people from different like parts of the world joined. Like that was just really awesome. And I got some really cool like Instagram entries from people that was just so awesome. I'm going to mention this now. I was planning to mention it later, but I can see. I will see if I can find it, because this one illustrator called Linda Knows Nothing. she made an illustration wrap-up of the book she read during the Red-athon, and I'm obsessed. I wish I could do this for me or, like, somehow. I'll see if I can show you. It's a uh, mm, isn't that so cute? And then the books end up, like, on her head, and then you can see. Isn't that awesome? I'm, like, obsessed. Clearly. I want this for me. Oh, I know, it's so cool. I'm like, "That's awesome." Also, I saw, they were reading, I don't know, the Asian-inspired short story called Empress something that I know everyone just okay, everyone yeah. "Hi, just joined and your shirt is everything." Aw. I literally before you came, I literally just said that, or this one or this one, whatever. Oh, sorry, Mike, for anyone who heard that. So I think we'll just get started with the reading. Comment what books you'll be reading at the end of this. We can all talk about what books we got to this week at the end of it. For the ones that are here, I probably know what you already been reading. I've been watching you. But tell me what book you'll be reading during these 2 reading sprints. We'll do 2 reading sprints and we'll talk in between. And then at the end, I'll do a wrap up of the books I read, and I'll give a huge thank you because in this readathon before, more than anyone else, or at the previous readathon, I have gotten so much help and ideas and support from all of you, and I'm just really grateful. So, was that it? I did have a question. Did I have a question? Yes. What book are you going to be reading? Still reading Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. It's a bit of a slower one. It's a thick one. I hope you enjoy it. Tampa, that's right, by Alyssa Nutting. I've seen a lot of people reading that lately. Is it a new book? I don't know. I'm still with Red Sister, but I did finish a graphic novel for the readathon. Ooh, cool. Which graphic novel? I am very curious. Patsy. That rings a bell. Maybe I've seen it. Okay. All right. I read Seconds. Oh, yeah, I know that one. I know that one. Cool, cool, cool. I am going to be reading, oh, it came out in 2013. That is shocking. Currently reading Assassin's Apprentice. Cool. Actually just started The Shadows Between Us. Don't know if I can finish it. Don't worry about that. It's all about, there's sun here. All about reading the red books, whether you finish them or not. Doesn't matter. I am going to be eating strawberries because it's red and I love strawberries. But either mute me if you think it's annoying. I don't want to be like disrupting you, or comment, this is super disruptive if you think it's too much. But I just wanted to let you know that that is completely fine. And you should not feel guilty if you get super annoyed at me. That is normal. So let's get started. Okay. Oh yeah, what am I reading? You know, that's a there's sun, so I'm trying. It was just crazy. It's so light outside in the north nowadays. I am reading. I finished a couple of books. I have books everywhere. Oh, here it is. I am reading Alita. So this is the last book I was planning to finish, and this is like a thick manga. Like I was thinking I could easily read a manga in one day, but guys, this is like 400 plus pages, 414 pages, and even with like a manga, that's hard. I feel like that is ooh. I love the pillow with the bee. Oh, you know, fun fact. I think this is a real Versace pillow. And yeah, I could probably sell it for quite a lot of money, to be honest. Did you see the Alita movie too? No, I didn't. I want to finish all the Alita manga if I like it. If I don't like it, I'll obviously not continue and I'll just watch the movie. But there are like several generations. There is The Last Order that I've heard is not as good, but this is the best one, and it is like the origin story of Battle Angel Alita. So I'm starting here, but if I love it, I'll read all of them, and then I'm gonna start with watch the movie, which apparently there was going to be more, but it didn't become as successful as they hoped, which is weird because it looks awesome. So now it has gone 10 minutes. Perfect. We're going to read until 7 20 35. That's 25 minutes. I'll eat quietly. This is my bowl of strawberries. I'm a loud eater. For anyone. Should I eat that one? Okay, great. Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, damn. Okay. Finish up wherever you're reading. Just a minute or something. And if you've finished, I want you, your task is to describe the red on the cover of your book with using like similes or metaphors. That's the challenge. Go. It looks like a part of a city. Mine doesn't quite look like a sunset. It's a bit orange, actually. What is it? It looks like blood spattered on the night sky. I don't know. I'm not good at writing creatively on the spot. I think I was given quite high English grades because I came up with like stuff other people would think about, but not on the spot. Not good at that. Welcome, Mia. It's 10:30 where I am. I woke up at 11 today. I don't know what happened. Mine is like blood and roses. I mean, I chose mine for its name. That's fine. The red in my cover looks like the red you see when you close your eyes and look right at the sun. Good one. Yeah, yeah. So I guess it's harder. So I did write more lists of things I was going to talk about. If I was a better host, I would mention the fact that I need to look at my book. Right. So I want to talk a little bit about three things. The first one is we had some really fun games during the game nights this time. I call it game nights, but for the most of you, it is not night. But we played a name guessing game, book guessing game, like describing the book without using the name. I think we played like a cover one that a Moon book made. That was really cool, and I think everyone enjoyed, where we had to guess the country and where the book cover was from and what book it was. And also, am I forgetting one? Oh, the ABC title game, which we got to touch on a little bit at the end. So I have been reading one more book that I won't talk about in the wrap up because I haven't finished it yet, but I thought I'd mention it. And that is This Book is Gay, which is by Juno Dawson before she transitioned. And she wrote this book about like being LGBT plus, and like it's like a guide for everyone who is and everyone who, it's like it literally covers everything that there is. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really fantastic. It has like the pride flag, so the first stripe is red, but I mean I haven't talked about it and I won't count it in this readathon because I will continue it. I'm only halfway through, I think, but I'm really enjoying it. And on that note, I think I want to mention this because literally my mom told me about these news and I almost cried afterwards because I feel like it's such a huge step in like towards yeah, just a lot of stuff. And so there was this article, I think in a Swedish newspaper, talking about, it doesn't matter where it came from, talking about how in the Netherlands they have taken away having your gender or sex on your, what's it called? I was going to say credit card, but it's called driver's license, because it is irrelevant. And I could not be happier. I think this is a very like revolutionary and amazing step. Like, I think that's, why don't we all do that? And it's something like I haven't even considered, like, why is that even a thing? And yeah, ID, but I don't think it's like, I don't think it's on passports and stuff. I'm not sure. It just said driver's license or ID. So I'm really happy about that. Really excited, and I thought I should share that. I'm not sure. I don't think anyone here is from the Netherlands, but for some reason, all my high school friends, the sun is really annoying. High school friends are from or live in the Netherlands now, which is weird that they all ended up there. But that was it. That was all I was going to talk about. I feel like we need more positive news like that should be covered like that, because there's always so much negative stuff going on in the news. And even though it's good to be aware of like the bad stuff, I wish there was like more news like that, you know, because there is, like, people are working so hard for like a lot of good things that are happening. And I feel like there needs to be more recognition for those achievements. And yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I'm going to make a full video of, like, I think I'm going to title it Everything I've Learned the Last Month, because I've been going through a transformation in my mind, probably not physically whatsoever, but on a lot of thoughts that I have on just a lot of things. Like, I've been thinking a lot. And I want to make a video of like all of it, but I need to like collect everything so I don't say anything that offends anyone, because I tend to do that because I'm ignorant sometimes. Gender reveals shouldn't be a thing when a baby is born. I actually agree. I agree. It's so crazy when people are like, oh, what gender is your baby? I mean, you don't know what gender your baby is, or, you know, whatever. It's crazy. Also in Sweden, there's not a separate, in Norway too, there's not a separate name between sex and gender. And I find it confusing and annoying. And I think it, either way. I wish that my country doing that, but no, still sucks and be transphobic. You know, a lot of governments. I read, I don't know if it's changed, but in the book, This Book is Gay, it was written in 2013, I believe, so it's probably a lot of change already, but it said that 80 countries in the world, homophobia is illegal or punishable by law, which is crazy. That's a lot of countries, you guys. And I watched some like very shocking news about laws that have changed when it comes to rape in the US, and I was like, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to get into it now, because it's just, I don't know where the news is coming from, but I saw someone talking about it. And some people, yeah, not going to talk about it now. This is a positive, accepting environment. Yeah, good news make me happy too, Moonbook. Let's get reading some more. I am really enjoying Alita. Where is it? Where are you, girl? Here. So this is going much quicker than I thought. There's like a lot of action scenes. Oh, that sun, man. So it's going really quickly, and there is a few parts that are really bothering me. Like, there's one part she got so injured they needed to. What is this? Oh well. There was this one part where she lost like all her body, and they only found like a male body for her. So of course they had to. Oh no, my connection is unstable. Please wait. I will try to reconnect you. I will wait a second in case. My internet is not amazing. Okay, hopefully it's good connection now. So yeah, like then they had, of course, to make the body look female because she couldn't have a male body, and I'm like, okay, sure. And there's a few parts, but she's so kick-ass, and love her. The villain is kind of just like pure evil, but otherwise, I'm really enjoying it. So now it's 45. We'll read until 10 past 8, and then we'll do a wrap up, and you guys can tell me what your experience was and your fun bookish stuff. Should I tell you in advance what the next question is in case you wanted to? You can always, if there's some quotes you're reading that you really want to share, of course, you can do that. You can think about this one because I think it's a little bit of a harder one. The question that I'm going to ask after we read is something this book has taught you or made you think about the book that you're currently reading. So think about that while you read, or if you come up with something. I would love to know. It is the power of reading that can do that to us. Okay, let's read. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because my chapter ends, but feel free to read for another minute or two. Cool. So Petra, Jesus. Oh, it feels like I have something in my throat. What language are you all reading it? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My book making me think about how often global problems are ignored until they are at our own doorstep. It's very true. It's so easy to compartmentalize things that happening to other people or places that are too far away for you to experience. But when it happens to you, oh, what? This meant, okay. So this is an interesting fact. Chloe's message now, it came up to me to approve it because she's talking. Oh my god. Oh man, I'm so sorry. This book reminds me that not all pedophiles are men. Women can be sexual predators too. For anyone who's new to the chat, I was going to ask what your book is teaching you right now. Oh my god. The main character in my book knows what she wants. You go, girl. Oh, my throat is really irritated. Okay. Alita has taught me that I want to be a cyborg. Oh man, like if she wants something, like she could just like replace a part of her body for a better one. No work, no muscle training. That sounds awesome. Also made me realize I'd rather live in the 26th century. I think that's when Alita is taking place. Than right now. No, I think we're living in an important time. This book is teaching me not to judge a book too quickly, actually, because I am loving it more and more and enjoying it more and more as I go along. In the beginning, it was very, the bad guy was like very just bad, but now we get his backstory and it was just like very beautiful. And Alita cried when she heard her enemy's backstory, and I thought it was a very beautiful moment. I bet there's something I could have learned in that, but I don't have a cold. But right, this is the end. So I will talk about books. Books? Where are you at? Books? I selected some. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm not the first person to get a coughing attack in a live stream, but it's a bit awkward. Right, journal, reading journal, wrap up. Okay, so you guys can tell me what you read this week, how many stars you gave, your books, how much you enjoyed them, all that, because I will talk about my thing, but I want you guys to feel free to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I do want to drink something, but you know when it's like down here, It doesn't really help to drink because, there's two different, yeah. My book taught me that you can never fully make up what you're missed in the past, so live your life to the fullest is the message. Good words. I usually get mad at authors for not representing age groups correctly, but this book has taught me to appreciate authors creating different worlds where people mature at different paces than normal. That is really cool. What book are you reading, Gabriella? I hope you feel okay. I do feel okay. I don't know what happened. It's fine. So I read 6 books, and if I finish Battle Angel Alita, I'll read 7. Very short, and I didn't even try that much. I think it was fun to let the reading flow a little bit naturally. I didn't pressure myself as much as I usually do, which I am very happy about. I gave all my books 3 or 4 stars, and I will talk about them now. The first book, I was going to do like this, like I do in my wrap-ups, but the first book I finished was Felix Ever After, which I listened to audiobooks. This is about Felix, a trans guy who goes to art school, and he really wants to get into Brown, but he hasn't started his portfolio because he is procrastinating, and then all of a sudden there is a gallery that opens up with loads of pictures from his old Instagram where they say like his dead name. And I liked how the book like didn't mention the dead name. I liked how Felix is very flawed, but he discovers new parts of himself that you can come out more than once. And more than anything, I really loved the relationship between him and his best friend Ezra. It's just so beautiful. Made me feel so jealous that I don't have that. I really loved it. I read 11 books. What? Okay, wait. But some of them were graphic novels and manga. Still, I read 7 books, and most of them were graphic novels and manga. Besides the shows between us, I read Black Widow, read Vengeance 3 stars. It was like an action movie, but not a lot of depth and didn't connect with the characters at all. Also very predictable. Interesting. One of the book I read was graphic novel. 2 are excellent, and the rest was 3-4 stars. Cool. The next one I read was also I gave Felix 4 stars, 4.5, only because it's not like a new favorite, and parts were like a little bit repetitive, but it's just a great audiobook. And I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook several times because it just made me feel so good and happy, and I really liked it. And then I read When I Arrived at the Castle. This is a very short graphic novel, super short, by Emily Carroll. And it's kind of written like a story. It was called like a story. Fairy tale. There we go. Adult fairy tale. It's very like desire based. And I'm not sure I understood all of it, but I'm not sure you're supposed to understand it. Like it was very, this might insinuate that this means this, but it was kind of like interpretive. I really liked it. I also gave it 4 stars, I believe. Yes. Then I finished Red Shirts, which is the book that I did a review on. This is like a commentary on Star Wars, Star Trek, and also narrative and how much power the author has over its creation. Didn't mention that in my review, but if you want to know more, I have a book review up for that. Darius the Great is Not Okay is another audiobook I listened to. This is about Darius who has to go home to Iran when their family learns that his grandpa is sick. And so he is meeting his mother's family from Iran for the first time. And he has depression, and he struggles a lot with making friends. And he gets a friend there for the first time, and it becomes like a very close friendship, something he has never experienced before. And he goes through a lot of stuff, not being 100% Persian and not good enough to be Persian. And a lot of people say like, oh, Lala, your little sister is much more Persian than you. And he gets very affected by these small things. I liked it. I think I would recommend it. I only gave it 3 stars because the book doesn't really have any plot, but it's very informative. And I learned a little bit about like Persian culture. But in general, I I think was a good one. And it's a fantastic audiobook. Both of these are fantastic audiobooks. Then I read Nothing is Strange, which is this. This was sent to me for a review about a year ago, maybe. And I usually don't enjoy books that's like requested that I read, but I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars. It's 20 short stories that are like super strange, like super, 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 super strange. And whew, I really liked it. There was one that I really didn't like, that explained how God created male and female, or not God, but how females and males are created, and I just didn't like what it was saying about gender. But all in all, I really liked it. It's quite heteronormative, and the writing is very flat, but the concepts are just like really, really, really cool. And some of my favorite ones, I think the first one maybe was my favorite one, but it did have some other really, really good ones too. And I actually recommend this if you're looking for a short story collection. It was weird. Could also be like a Black Mirror episode recommendation. The last one is what I talk about when I talk about running, which for some reason I have left over there. Can I reach it with the mic on? That is the question. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, can she? They can. Okay. What I talk about when I talk about running by Haruki Murakami. This is like his memoir, and it's a lot about running and stuff. I liked it. I gave it 3 stars, but I think you're realizing this, like how sexist he really is. Like I think it's a little bit of an undertone in his books. I mean, he's my favorite author, and I think a lot of the time it's excused because of other stuff. I hate saying like excuse. It's an explanation for other stuff. It actually hasn't bothered me in his books, also because I love them so much. But here it's a little bit like he talks about women in a way that I don't like. And when he talks about running, he'll say like runners do this, he does this, he does this. I'm like, why would you use the he pronoun for all runners? And there's a few other things. But what I found really fun about this is that it's so Capricorn. I know, like I sometimes I really believe in star signs, and sometimes I just like think it's a lot of crap. But I was reading this and I was like, we are so similar. Like I can really relate to like so many things, like the way he thinks, the way he organizes his running, the way he thinks about life. Like I'm like this. I mean, he's not as like, we obviously are different people, so we have different opinions and stuff, but a lot of things were so similar, and I was like, whoa, he has to be a Capricorn. And I looked up, and he's born 6 days before me, obviously. Is it 50 years before me? Is that right? That is right. But the 12th, I'm born on the 18th. And I think the traits are very Capricorn. I just thought it was funny because I could really see it. Sometimes that creeps me out a bit. And those are all the books that I have read. I have not seen your comments. I will skim through them. I only finished one book, but read quite a lot of other books. All of them are tomes. Wow, very impressive. Generally read a lot because I want to break from uni right now, so I'm enjoying myself. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Petra. Sounds awesome. Where are you from, by the way? I read only one red book this week, but it was a comic, Harleen, but it was amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Benjamin. It always takes me so long to finish a tome. Yeah. All the books I wanted to read this week was blue. Man, I can relate. I hope we will have another round of blue books. We will see what happens. I'm thinking we will do like the basic colors and then go back. Oh, you're from Czech Republic. One of my best friends are from Czech. I love Black Mirror. I love Black Mirror too. I'm only on my second book, but for the blue readathon, I only read one, so it's a step up this time. Good job, Chloe. Oh, my throat is fine now. It was a moment. Whew. This is like, the books I want to read are all black. Oh wait, is that? I need to review that? Okay. I have actually, this is quite funny. This is one of my favorite books, and I rarely get to talk about it. It's The Toy Makers. I didn't want to talk about it. It literally just has this one toy soldier. I want to do a black and white book thing as well. That'd be really cool. I hate it when I suddenly realize my favorite author has problematic view on topics that are really important to me, and then I just can't not notice this. Yeah, that recently happened to me and Mark Lawrence. I'm reading Rune Rising. Nicolaj is the best. That's a good one. I liked it. It's a little bit overhyped, but the ending made me cry a lot. Also, I was PMSing at the time. Okay, that is everything I was going to talk about. Now, I want to give a shout out to a couple of people because you have been great. Oh, don't go away. Just, shout outs are important. I want to give a huge shout out to Marie and Viking for showing up at every game night and reading and all that. Also, Trashboat, who showed up to most of them. And then we have Gabriella, and Lama, who I think were the other two that came, making it a good time. Extra thank you to Moonbook and Mark for actually organizing some of the games and coming up with the ideas. Love that. That was really fun. And a massive, massive, huge thank you. She can't be here today. She has other stuff, but to Jazz, who will be 100% co-hosting. Can you be 100% co-host? Yeah, 100%, 50% co-hosting it with me next time. And she organized all the Zoom stuff and organized stuff when I was in the blue. I've been a bit like all over the place this week, but hopefully you enjoyed anyways. And there's been loads of people telling me like, oh, I'm so sorry I couldn't make it, or sorry I couldn't do the Instagram challenges, or sorry I wasn't at game nights. Listen, for anyone thinking that, this is for you, and you can decide how much you want to participate, and like it is for you, and it's supposed to be fun. And if you don't want to participate, like, that is your thing, and you absolutely, like, 100% do not have to apologize to me. And I'm just so, like, happy and grateful for, like, you're here talking to me, or you've been making TBR videos. Some people have just been not doing anything except reading, and even that is just, like, amazing because energetic wise, I think it's just been really great. Yeah, yay us, yay all of you. So yeah, don't feel like stressed out that you didn't participate. Like, it's so fine. But if you're scared of participating because you're talking to people online, I get it. It is a bit like nerve-wracking at first, but if you are only a little bit anxious, and you really want to, I recommend pushing yourself to do it because I think it's really fun and you can experience something new, but absolutely no stress at all. This is for you. So that is it for this now. Now it's been 1 hour and 27 minutes. Raylene and Ariel, they're having a Patreon only live stream for Books Unbound that starts exactly at 8 o'clock my time. I'm going to hop over there and try to read with them if they're still going. Wish that didn't happen at the same time. But thank you so much for joining. I had such a good time this time. There will be more fun stuff happening next time with the color. We still haven't decided, but I'm gonna make a bingo board because I know that's a thing and I'm down for it. And you can obviously decide not to do the bingo board, but it exists. It will exist. I will make one because that's fun. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much for joining. Thank you everyone who is commenting. It's been a blast as always. You're all great. You're all amazing. Keep reading, and bye.